set, guys. All right, okay, guys, we're set, and we are just starting now. Like we just started, and we have few things. We have things actually. We're going to be hammering on, emphasizing on, elaborating on, big critical talks on. Well, that's for that. We just started, and if you're here already, oh, much love. We we are not taking it for granted, and so your presence means a lot. When we mean a lot. And we just started, and we're going to be heading, diving, crossing, jumping to what we have today in whatever way, but we'll head into it. Well, first and foremost, just what we normally do here, we're going to be doing welcoming. We do welcoming first, and we get people seated first, and then before we even approve, what you call, like, get into whatever we're talking mainly. So I'm UFGRAPHICS, and we are happy to see you. So if you're here already, yeah, I don't know. I guess I need to fix something. Just one, just a quick one, just a quick one. Yeah. So just a quick one. I just feel something. Sorry for that. Missing. Well, we just started, and this is us UFGRAPHICS, and I don't just know how to. Well, we're going to be starting off something. Okay, guys, we just started, and we are so much happy to be here once more. We stream every day, and this is just like a routine something. And what we're actually doing here is beyond live streaming. Most times we call it a movement, and a target, or whatever, or whichever one I mean to say, but it's just beyond streaming. So, guys, firstly, we're going to be welcoming people, and maybe people will still get to join later, then we'll stream together, they'll get to stream later. But now we're going to be welcoming people, like we just started now, so we're going to be doing more of welcoming then before diving into whatever we have today. Okay, first, I'm here with graphics, and I welcome every single personality watching us right now, and their presence wants to tell you that it's not taken for granted. Like, we're not taking it for granted. We love so much love that. So much love. We just started, and if you're seeing us, grab your share very tight, and you know us already. Thank you for knowing us. And if you don't, if this is your first time of seeing us, well, you have graphics, and what we do is simple. Maybe we'll just try enlightening you on what we're talking about, so that you won't feel stuck or looking confused. Okay, if I'm actually to do that, well, you have graphics, and we are teaching life after school. And this life after school has to do with university students, undergraduate students. In fact, if you're not married, our live stream has its way of helping you mentally, helping you see things from a different view and perspective, helping you make critical decisions. So it's more like knowledge. This get so it's not where we actually it's entertainment, but it's more like knowledge. We're here to just tell you some things, and it's more like we're referring to undergraduate student, because they said leaders or youth is the leaders of tomorrow. So if they fail not to be guided, and the issue is that this aspect or parts of life after school we're talking about, school is not doing it. Like the world is not talking about it. So have you seen why it's important? And most adults, most undergraduate students are still missing out. This is still why you see young person very, very brilliant, intelligent, and still fail. So the problem there is not all about being intelligent or not intelligent. The problem there is information. Information is everything. When you lack the right information, you can fail drastically, irrespective of your knowledge. So what we're doing here is more like enlightening students on things that they're going to be facing in the real life. We call it real life, that's reality. And in other words, to still prepare them, these artists that you're not going to be avoiding, just like in real life you're going to face failure, rejection, what's it called, criticism, pressures, all of these things. So what we're doing here is very, very simple to prepare you for it. You cannot dodge it, it's inevitable. These artists that life are going to be thrown, like are going to be thrown to you as a young person. So all these things you're going to face it. Mindset, like I don't know, in a more standard way. Do you get, like, make it strong so that when all these things are going to be coming, you're going to be stand, like you're going to be strong, and you kind of navigate it. So that's just your objective, and that's what we've been doing. And we have a lot of stream sections who have restricted many topics, like hundreds of them. Yeah, is over 100. I mean, is up to 100 stream section we have already on our channel. So most times we just talk about mental intelligence or emotional intelligence, all these things that we're pointing at has to do with outside life after school, and you not able or missing it. Actually, you're going to be missing a lot, and mind you, school is not even doing this, so there's no how you're going to be figuring it out. And we just actually get this because this is more like the basis. In other words, the primary issue of graduates, young people feeling, is not all about knowledge. You can still have sense, you can still be very intelligent and still feel. So it's just having access to the right information. So that's just it, guys. So this is just the objective, and the goal there is just to help young people, or adult, or what's it called, graduating people, to actually get this right and act upon it. And then acting upon it is going to restrict them from failing. That's it. Anyway, guys, no too much talk, and that, I guess, can clear the fact of what we're doing, for the sake of people seeing us for the first time. So we're diving into deeply what we have to do. Before we come up like this, we were prepared for something. And yesterday was Sunday, we streamed because we stream every day. Yesterday we streamed, but it was more of talks, chat. We chatted with all our little audience, and it's not, we didn't actually teach yesterday. We had a cool rest, but we streamed. The truth of the matter is that we stream every day. So guys, I don't want to sound, am I shouting? Am I shouting? So guys, I don't want to sound too loud. Well, we have something today, and trust me, it's going to be crucial. Like, the ground is open, you can get to ask questions along the side, along the way, or whatever, and we'll be most glad to answer you. So guys, we're going to be emphasizing much. Okay, moreover, before you join, I guess you saw something on the thumbnail, something that looks like how, what's it called, like, what's it even, okay, how to avoid confusion after graduation. I guess that's what I have on my thumbnail. I'm not seeing my thumbnail, but I just hope, yes, how to avoid confusion after graduation. Now I'm going to be detailing down. Let me drop my booklets now. What I mean there, how to avoid confusion. Firstly, you know what is confusion? Now I'm talking about, mind I said, we're trying to, or what's it called, make undergraduates. Now undergraduate, let me start from the root to it. Undergraduate is people that are still in the university, that are tertiary institution, people that have not graduated out. So what we're doing is more like preparing us. Very soon they will be graduating out, and they are going to face reality. They are going to more like live independently. They are going to more like figure out things by themselves. So most of them are still reluctant. Most of them don't even know what real life holds and how they can even stay on a safer side. Have you seen the issue there now? Yeah. Oh, I was carried away. Sorry. Oh, hi, greetings. Thanks for joining the live stream session. Oh, what's your name? Okay, Idun Kotali. I don't know. I beg, sorry, my bad if I'm not able to pronounce your name well. Our bad, sorry. Well, you mean your present means a lot, and it's not taken for granted. So guys, I was actually emphasizing on something. At first, I just said what we're going to be talking about today. I said is how to avoid confusion after graduation, and I was trying to tell you what after graduation means. That's more like when you're moving from a university, when you're moving out from school totally, when you're done and you're moving out. That's more, we call it here, we call it transition stage, because that's another phase of life altogether. That phase of life, you're hoped, or like you're expected to behave like adult, or people have started seeing you as an adult, which you cannot deny. So there is a lot of things entrusted in your hands. Like, you're going to start facing, what's it called, you're going to live independently, you're going to figure out things by yourself, you're going to make decisions for your life. Like, of course you're adult, so you're going to take some responsibilities, and most times most adults feels in this side, and whatever you do, any failure you encounter, you're going to take it up to yourself. So this at that stage is not, I don't just know, it's very, very critical. And he said that one ought to prepare for it when he or she was still in school. Now that's when we call it, or when that's when we tell people that university. Oh, I got, you say I gonna subscribe. All right, all right. Well, so much love. Or thanks for, let's say thanks for subscribing anyways, or let's assume you've subscribed. Much love to Ndokotali. Much love to Ndokotali. He just subscribed. Just seen us for the first time. He just subscribed. Much love, much love, much love. Well, guys, I don't sound too this here, but this is me. So I was emphasizing on something. So I was just telling you this is the topic, and how to avoid frustration after graduation. The goal is there is to help students navigate, like know what to do, know how to stay on the safer side, and know which road. Because if success is easy, everybody would have been successful. Since success is not easy, that means the people that succeeded, there are things that they know that is not common. Let's take it that way. There are things that they know that is not common, that is not usual, that is not casual. Have you seen? So there is actually an input that is requested from you. Like you have your own part to play in the journey of success. Like you don't just stay indoors, you don't just fold your arms and everything just for itself. What's it called? Fall in place. It doesn't happen. So success, actually, if you're going to be or working on the path of success, failure is what is the number one thing you're going to be facing, because that's what tests your ability. It's going to be testing your ability. It's not, the failure there is not telling you to quit. The failure there is standing like something that is testing you. You know what it means? That's more like checking if you're strong enough, because failure is not the opposite of success. If you're going to encounter, or what's it called, if you're going to journey on the path of success, failure is something you're going to be encountering, and what it does is to test your abilities. If you're strong, so that's more like a stage of what's it called, being courageous. It's not a stage of what's it called, it's not a stage to give up, it's not a stage to quit. Moreover, is to strive more, persist, because if success is easy, everybody would have been successful. Well, guys, I don't want to go into that. What's up now? Gosh, I don't want to go into that deeply, and it's fine. Let me just proceed. Okay, we are okay. I said today's, God, sorry, my bad. There was so much noise there, but it's fine. Okay, I was talking about how to avoid confusion after graduate. At first, I talk about I emphasize on confusion. Okay, I've not emphasized on confusion. Confusion is, you know what's confusion now? A state of being confused, a state of not knowing the next steps to take, instead of being stuck. Have you seen? So that's literally, if we're talking about confusion, that's what it looks like. And it's not always positive. When someone tells you that I'm stuck, I'm confused, it sounds negative. Like it's actually what's it called? Like it's showing a wrong sign or whatever. Like it's not always positive. So we're talking about how to avoid confusion after graduation. Now, everything we're going to be talking about here, the goal is just to make students stay in a safer side, know what to do, know how to get it done, and everything around it. Okay, guys. So okay, firstly, we're going to be starting one of the biggest, or what's it called? Okay, one of the biggest shock. Now, if we're talking about, we said once student graduates, they are going to be experiencing a very big shock. Now, I guess the shocks are many, but we're talking about one of the biggest shock that they're going to be experiencing. They're just going to only notice that almost this side of reality is very, very strong. Then in a university, and then in the university, and you're being sponsored, trained, or funded, or all of that. Many people, okay, that's when you will get to see some students. They will tell you that, will tell some students that stop living for the moment. What we mean by stop living for the moment is you don't just live for living sake. You ought to make, that is what they call succession planning or something. That's planning for the future, making plans, getting yourself ready, because movement, I don't just know how to get that. Okay, they said that most at times your career or whatever is not going to be clear. The clarity comes on the point of movement. Like you cannot just stay once, or you cannot just fold your arms and things work it will. Even when you're confused, you just ought to start. Starting gets it clear. Like when you start making movements, oh, the goal, everything becomes clearer. I don't go into that deeply. Well, okay, I said how many graduates become confused. Now we're talking about confusion. Like how did they even get stuck? How are they, like what was causing the confusion? Now, okay, firstly is most of them feels that them having their degree is all. Have you seen? So only to realize that the job market is competitive. Oh, thousands of people are applying for a particular work. Pressures here and there. Employers are asking for value, not only certificate. Have you seen? So that impression, that is more like it's going to start causing, what's it called? Is more like emotional shock. Yes, because they are actually seeing what they did not expect. Their expectance is actually wrong. Have you seen? So they are just with their degree, but are not employable. They say they are not employable. You cannot be employable if you don't have extra value. And gone are the days, what we normally tell students, that gone are the days when you just feel that you only have your certificate and or your degree, you're employable. Like that stage has faded away. Like it's out, is more like outdated. So students, it just needs to dawn to them that more things have really changed, things have advanced. So if you don't even have tech knowledge, I don't think, like, you cannot even, what's it called, do your work effectively and efficiently nowadays, because most work in several offices are a kind of digitalized. Well, so it's just a call to awaken some students from their unconsciousness to make them see that it's no time to make them start acting upon this. Because if okay, I don't just know how to put that, but it's just more like if you start early, mistakes and everything, you're going to have more time to make mistakes and still fall back on track, learn and unlearn things. There's going to be enough time to do that. But when you start late, or more, I don't just know what comes. Well, okay, the second stuff here is they expect life to change immediately. Just imagine the mentality. Okay, them just graduating, they are going to expect life to just change like that. It's not possible. Life cannot just change because of you. Even though you made first class, life cannot just change because of you. Life has a procedure. Life have a what's it called, a path. Like life is governed by laws. Like there is several things you need to like you undergo if you're going to actually succeed. Have you seen? So you don't just come out from anywhere and just fuse or expect life to fall in place for you just because you are a graduate. Have you seen? So this is actually a wrong mindset, and students should just get to change it, because it's going to make them feel reluctant, and being reluctant is going to cause them a lot of damage. Okay, we said they expect life to change. Okay, many students believe that, I think I said something like that. I don't know. Well, they have no clear direction. Firstly, I'm going to be detailing this down. There's something about direction. Firstly, if we're talking about direction, okay, literally from the word direction, it's more like it's signifying or it's pointing at a direction. Like it's a road that leads to somewhere. Now let's take a look at, if I'm traveling, if I'm to travel to a particular location, probably I'm not just going to disappear and appear on that location. I'm going to take some stops, and that stops can be referred as is a direction that is going to lead me to my destination. So I cannot omit those stops to actually get to my destination. I'm going to undergo those laws that is going to take me through the process within my direction. Now, if we're relating it to students' life and all of that, we said most students lack direction. And lacking direction can cause confusion. Let me tell you what it means by lacking direction. Okay, let's just assume a student enter into a university and doesn't even know. Okay, just imagine some students studying accounting. some business students, most of them cannot even analyze it, and most of them cannot even initiate how a business can be run. They cannot practicalize the knowledge they have. Have you seen? So when we talk about, okay, there's this session we said university is wrong or whatever. That's it was curious. Like it's actually the topic was actually curious, but the intention there is just to make students that understand that universities has limits. There is limits to universities. Like university is not going to be teaching you everything. Lecturers are not teaching you everything. They have their own limits. They have their own boundary. So life issues are expected you figure it out. And the highest thing that university is going to be giving to you is a degree. And that degree is not automatically showing success. It's more like an advantage. It's more like assets. It's more like a foundation that you're going to be that you have gotten. It's just for you to go from there. That doesn't mean you should just fold your arms. Well, guys, a lot to say, guys, a lot. Well, okay, the first thing graduates must understand is reality. Life is not linear. Okay, we're talking about life is not linear. What we mean by life is not linear, we're pointing at comparison. I don't know, a lot of people, this thing has frustrated their life. Now, they're saying that if you compare, if your lifestyle is based on comparison, distractions are going to be more. Like the error there is going to be more because your lifestyle is built on comparison. Now we're talking about what's it called, reality. Okay, we're talking about reality. Life is not linear. Now, okay, let me give you an illustration. It's possible that we can see two students that graduated with the same degree. Both of them have the same qualification, but life may be favorable to student A than student B. That's what I mean by linear. Like it's not equal. That's the right way there. Life does not treat everybody equal. Moreover, everybody has different DNA. You're created differently. You have your own uniqueness and all of that. Everybody is different. You cannot play someone's part more than the person. Obviously, so trying to compare, that most students do, most adults do, that's a wrong mindset, and that mindset is going to drive them into crazy. Now get to look at when we talk about social media. Okay, let me talk you. They say that social media is more like showing editable life, what's it called, edited lifestyle. What we mean by social media is showing edited lifestyle is that they are just, what's it called, come on, I don't know, there is a right way, come on, flagging the this thing, and they are just showing you the luxury. Like they are not showing you the raw work, the actual work that the person puts in. They will just show you the luxury. Okay, let me still bring it down. Let's assume that I'm streaming now. I'm streaming every day. I'm stressing my mind, talking, trying to make sense. Now tomorrow, if God should bless me now, or okay, social media people are going to start posting my achievements. Obviously, I'm trying to tell you what it means by social media not helping the matters in the aspect of comparison. It's triggering it more. Now, we said it's showing more of addicted lifestyle. Addicted lifestyle, we mean social media will just show you the luxury aspects. Now, if a student gets seen that constantly often, he or she is just going to start feeling that life is unfair to him or her. Obviously, he or she is going to start seeing, what's it called, people that have succeeded, or people that people are celebrating. They're just going to see luxuries, all of that on the internet. Now they're going to look at their life feeling that my life is being unfair to them. Obviously, so that's is the wrong mindset actually, to compare and from your scene. And that's why we tell students, always guide your scene. Your scene. I don't know how to emphasize that, but I mean it. Your scene has a lot it implies to your life. Like, of course, if your eyes is closed, you're not going to see anything. Then you're not seeing anything, you're not going to withhold or think about anything. So if we're trying to tell you about viewing has a lot that it does. Like, what you see actually determine how your life goes. That's just it. And seeing, we talk or emphasizing on house and a very very great impact on someone's life. So your viewing really matters. So we're running. Okay, we said okay, the first thing graduates must understand the reality. Okay, life is not linear, being is not equal. So student A can be favored or more than student B. And the most funniest part of it is that in life, most people are going to fail countless times. Most people are going to struggle before they get it right. Most people are going to just get it right. Have you seen? So there is a lot of unbalanced circumstance on all of that. So the thing there is just don't compare, because comparing is not just the best option. Okay, you may not figure everything out immediately. That's we talk about discovering. You know, at first there's a self-discovering, and when we talk about self-discovering, that's more like, okay, if we're talking about self-discovering from the self discovering, discovering has to do finding. Do you get? So we really emphasize a lot. So part of what we talked about there is that this, and most times it may not be visible. It gets clearly, what's it called, clearer. The clarity comes kind of oftentimes, like when you're growing, when you're moving, like when you're exploring things. So you don't just stay at one spot, you don't just stay on your comfort zone. It gets clearer. No, if we're ever talking about self-discovering, that do with findings, there is implied findings. So there is work left for you to actually figure out. That's a finding. So that finding, most times this is you, mind you, self-discovery. So most of your abilities is hidden, is locked inside. So most can feel it as it's by doing things, and most times you just get at what you're good at. And if you don't know, you can actually ask somebody, what do you feel, what that I can do best. This is the top in if or what's in actually discovering things. Like first you're going to start knowing what you're, and so by so doing you're actually doing things, and that's just how you get to discover. So I just diverted, but I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I don't know, network. I don't know. My network just shakes. I just hope it's stable. My network should just stop. I have a lot to still talk about here. I have a lot to talk about here. We just finished saying you may not figure out everything. When we say that, most things against are going to be uncovered, are going to be on, what's it called? You're going to get to know them once you're started. And that's then to tell you that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one. So if you won't stop, definitely or certainly the journey have not started. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one stop. So there is a necessity to take the first stop. The first step is where the big number lies. Now when you take the first stop, other stops can come in. Have you seen? So there must be a movement, there must be, what's it called? Listen. And most times people feel, or a kind of, they don't just like this. Oh, my network is, what's happening? Network, stop obstructing my stream. I just get network is disturbing, but just hope it's stable. So we're running. How to avoid confusion? How to avoid confusion? Well, who just joined? Who just joined? Our greetings from Russia. How are you? Greetings. Well. Oh, so much love to have you here. And were you, and if this is your first, What? Well, too much of guy. I hope you a guy. I just referred you as a guy now. Let me not. It's I replace Miss. I don't know. Let me not go into that. But thanks for joining the live stream section. You from Russia? Okay, we are from Nigerian. We are Nigerian people. Who are Nigerian people? Who are Nigerian people? Well, guys. Okay. Is it Alpha Ben Abi Words? He just joined now. I guess that's his name. For well, much love, guy. Okay, how to avoid confusion? How to avoid being stuck? In other words, how to avoid being confused? That's how to avoid confusion. Okay. Okay. After graduation, what's it? Oh, how to avoid confusion? Okay. Develop a skill before graduation. Now, if we're talking about how to avoid confusion, mind you, we said confusion is more like a negative aspect, is more like not impressive. When someone tells you that I'm stuck, I'm confused, stuck, all of those things is signifying negativity, like is on negative aspects, because it's not actually good. Confusion is not good, like is not something that one is going to be admiring. So we're talking about how to avoid, what's it called, how to avoid confusion actually. We said develop a skill before graduation. Mind you, we're talking about how our graduated people, okay, how to stay, what's it called, like what's the title of, I don't forget. Okay, how to avoid confusion after graduation, that's the emphasis of everything that we'll be saying. But at this point now, we said how to avoid confusion after graduation. Now this is where the more like the solution lies. Mind you, have been blabbing. This is where the solution lies actually. So this is more like action stop. If you're a student, what to do, how to avoid being stuck after graduation, because reality, we said, hosts a lot. A lot can cause a lot to change. And that's not a stage of being confused, because once you're confused, that's more like failure knocking at the door. You know what it means. Well. I guess you from. I don't know. Like you're just looking like. Oh, you said okay. Nisadana. What's Nishadana? What's up? Okay, you said what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, my man? Oh God. Well, Nishadana. I guess that's your name. Much love. This seems like the first time of we seeing a live stream section. Well, guy, so much love, and is not taking for granted. Thanks for joining our live stream, and much love. I just hope you join our community. Well, okay, so much love. You're from India, we are from Nigeria. Well, you have graphics and from Nigeria. So I don't know. Most people love Nigerian people. Oh, okay. Let me tell you my experience. One or someone from, is it Russia? No, not really Russia. I think it's in, is it Kenya? Something of that nature. So the person just joined the live stream session and he was like, I love Nigerian people. I just smiled. I just look at the person. I said, "Wow, it's the person just generalized it and said, I love Nigerian people." I just try giving the person a clue. I said, oh, you can love some people because there's still people in my country. If they catch you, they will beat you. Like they're just looking for people to beat. Do you get? So that's just what I was telling the person. So the person was like, So I was just very, very frank. Telling the person, Omo, don't just generalize it. We have good people. You get people with just the verse, they find people where they go beat. So that's just the truth of the matter. So much love from Abi to Nishadana, and from India, I guess. Yeah. Are you serious? Wait, sorry. You said I love black people, man. They can fit anywhere, man. Lock black. Well, okay, love black, I guess. Well, okay. There is that saying that the black is beauty. I don't know. That's for female. Yeah, that's for female. People tell them black is beauty. That kind of impression it will start blowing their hair. That's for female. Well, it's fine. So same here, and it's not bad having you impressive, and I don't know. Well, it's fine, guys. Much love for joining, and we're so happy to see you for the first time in our live stream section. Not Seki for clock it, clock it. I don't just know. I just learned that yesterday. I just learned how to clock it. Well, okay, okay. I was actually trying to say something. Okay, I said how to avoid confusion. I said cut. Okay. Oh, sorry. You said. I guess you want to say what's your plan? Oh, what's your plan? Look, you look mal. Oh God. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, I don't want to sound sarcastic, but I'm real now. I'm real. I'm burning my face. I'm real. Okay. The thing is, was streaming. Actually, was streaming, and is we're not just doing streaming for streaming sake. We call it a movement. We call it a more like it's more like passion, and is a movement. And the goal is to reach a good number of students, a good number of audience, a good number of young people. And the reason is because most young people, very intelligent people, are still failing, still being stuck, still being frustrated. Now the reason is not because they are not intelligent, the reason is not because they are not smart, the reason is simply, it's just simple that they lack the right information. Do you get it? So what we're doing is more like trying to guide them on those loopholes, like those places that they are missing. And we actually referring it as life after school talks, and pointing at are going to be facing in outside life. Sorry, outside life we mean when they have graduated now from the university. So that's the stage of living independently, figuring out things, making decisions, like building one's life. So we're actually trying to make students see the need to actually make preparation for that stage. And it's more like preparing them on time, because you cannot prepare at the war front, as they say. So they ought to prepare before getting into the real life, because things are going to be thrown to them. Life is not really unfair. Life will just still okay, life is not asking you if you're prepared. It will just give you the same throw, or the same blow that it often gives. So the thing then is actually, we're not trying to tell students to avoid it, but to make preparation, being aware of it, being aware of it makes them stay in a safer side. Like they're going to make preparations for that, and making preparation for it, probably they are going to be navigating it 80%, even without or even without them facing the actual issue. Obviously, it's just like you cannot solve a problem that you don't know. So you being able to know something, that's an advantage. That's more like half pence of the issue solved. So that's the or just whenever we start up the live stream session, we also say the today, but I just guess I have to retalk it. I mean, say it just because you're just joining, and you're stuck. So I just enlighten you on the actual meaning and everything we've been doing there. So that's for that. I'm going to be progressing. Okay, I said develop a what you call develop a skill before graduation. Learn something available or valuable, or like okay, this is more like in the skill aspect. We're trying to tell you how what do you call okay, how to avoid confusion after graduation. Now we say student learning skills is more like an extra advantage to them. Reason, it gives them one, it pays them even before their graduate or certificate does. Like it makes them busy. Actually, it connects them with people. It creates several income streams. Have you seen? So skills actually gives an extra advantage, and it increase your value. Have you seen? Because more like normally, so of the real life have been a real world reality, or rewards creativity, people that are able to solve problems, people that are able to make innovations and all of that. So they are not just looking for big certificate holders, but moreover people that can create value, people that can solve real life issues, problems, people that can develop, like people that can adapt and still remain relevant. So these are things, futures of the people, or let's just say people that succeed. So you're not just going to be nonchalant or feel that all these things is not necessary for you, because you're going to realize that one day. Okay, we said create a simple, okay, I don't really need to go into that deeply. Stop waiting for perfect condition. This is very, we have a lot to talk about here. This is more like perfect opportunity. In other words, perfect opportunity. But here we see stop waiting for perfect condition. They said if there's no opportunity, you try creating one. If there's no opportunity around you, you ought to create one, not to fold your arms, because that folding of arms, your arms is not the right option there. Like that's not the best option. So if there's no opportunity, try creating one, try developing yourself, try learning skills, try getting yourself competent in a lot of things, try having what they call a value, because that's what the real life rewards. People that can solve issues, real life problem, competent people. Well, well. Okay, create a simple life or plan. Stop waiting for perfect condition. Many graduates waste years time waiting for perfect condition, waiting for the best time, waiting on for work, for opportunities, waiting for luck, all of these things. So you have to start something, start somewhere. There is a necessity of starting. So don't just stay and fold arms and be waiting. So you just have to start up something. Well, guys, stop waiting for perfect condition. Stop waiting for perfect condition. Oh, the mindset every graduate needs. I think second to the last or so. So we're going to be rounding off very few. This is 42 minutes already. The mindset every graduate needs. Now, this is more like telling you, what we do here is more like reshaping mindset, make you learn and unlearn things. It's just more like developing it. So when you start seeing some things, you're going to start reasoning beyond or more than an average student is seeing something. So it has to do with mindset. That's an emphasis on mindset, because how your mindset is placed, shaped, and positioned determines how everything runs around you. So mindset has a say, or it has a part to even play. So if we're talking about the mindset every graduate needs, that's more like the working mindset. It must be working. Do you get? It must be I don't just know, but the mindset is going to be functional. Okay, think like a learner. You know, don't, it's just more like, oh, I don't know, is it confess, like I don't just know, but you just more like think like a learner. You ought to learn. Don't even, everything is not easy. Most times things get stuck, most times things are going to be confusing. It's going to be very raw, but you're going to keep learning. Do you get? I'll accept the struggle is part of growth. Many people don't even get it. That's when we tell people, but failure is not part of success. It's what tells you, it's what tells you that you're ready enough. Get yourself more ready, not actually quitting. Yes, that's what failure does. And if you see it from that view, it's going to help you, because you're going to encounter it multiple times. So if you keep on failing, that's the option. That's the wrong mindset. Accept the struggle, even part. Okay, accept the struggle is part of success. Now, accept the struggle is part of success. Success is not easy. If you're going to ever journey on the path of success, you go encounter failure one on one. Like that's just the emphasis. And was saying the struggle, you're going to be, you're going to, what's it called? You're going to miss struggle. All of this, you're going to navigate the process. It's not always easy, but people that wins is people that persisted, people that keeps going. So failure is not all about not failing. Everybody gets to fail, but what categorizes you as a failure is when you fail and refuse to stand or refuse to continue. Have you seen? So that's where the real failure lies. Not all about failing, because multiple people can fail. Okay, I think the dangers of staying confused too late. You can stay confused now as a student, but you ought to figure out things before you graduate, because if you stay or what's it called, confused too late, there is a lot of disadvantage aligns or that comes with it. Okay, the first is long time confusion leads to, we're talking about long time confusion leads to self-doubt, low self-esteem, regret, dependency. Like you're going to start depending on people. Regret, you're going to start regretting you wasted your time, years, effort, resources in school. And that saying that school is a scam will start popping in your head. Like now it's go just dey call your head. Have you seen? So this is what makes it looks like, or when people talk about this, some of them are frustrated and they have been on that stage. It's they know what it feels. It's really frustrating, because when you remember the effort, your stress and all of that, and you're out, you have nothing to show, it looks like you wasted your years. So these are actually the issues that leads to that, and probably how students can still stay on the safer side so that they're not going to be victims of everything we're talking about here. We're talking about long-term confusion leads to a lot of disadvantage. We say low self-esteem. You're going to start on that, what you call, looking down on yourself, like feeling that you are not good, you're just a loser. That's not, it's not making sense. You're going to be confused more, being stuck, like correctly, all of this. So being confused for a long time has a lot of disadvantage. So don't just afford to. You get it? Well, guys, we just exhausted the live stream section just now, and still tomorrow. You tell you that this meeting had been adjuncture, have been rescheduled. They kind of, I don't know. I'm not a defector. I be what? Well, the live stream section, we just exhausted it now, and we're going to be backing off in a few minutes. Let's use this video to thank every single person that watched, people that viewed and left, people that liked, people that subscribed, and people that just smiled. So any activity you did around this video is not taken for granted. Around our live stream session is not taken for granted. Anyway, you can share our video links, share our view or stream links, share or call, what's it called, invite people to our live stream. We stream every day. The perfect time is 2, and maybe join any of our social media, or YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, UFGRAPHICS, and maybe we'll try connect same better. And what next? See you tomorrow. We're streaming every single day, and we'll get to talk. So maybe you can ask us questions on the next live stream section. We can get to answer you. Okay, guys, so much love. We appreciate every single person, people that shouted, people that comment, people that viewed. Much love, not taking for granted. We're backing off.